Welcome. Now let's go ahead and learn about few more things in Tailwind CSS. So if we go to the documentation, we are going and exploring all the features of Tailwind CSS one by one. Utility first, which means we just go ahead and use the style classes provided by Tailwind without wondering about writing CSS ourselves. So if we want to, let's say, achieve a card like this, then how we can do that? So let's go ahead and try to implement something like this. So for that, I will go ahead and create another file called 2.html, and we call it as card. And I would like to keep the alignment at the center. So I will say class. First, let's do a background bg slate 900, then grid, then place content center, and we have the screen part. Now I would like to have a div, and inside the div I will have couple of partition. One is for the image section and another will be for, so this is our container by the way, and this is for the image section, and this is for the text section of the card. In the image section, we will of course have the image as is. So I will say image, and here in this section we will have another div so that we can have proper layout, and I can say an h2 and also a paragraph. So let's say here I will write down tailwind css, and here learn by doing. So let's go ahead and see how it looks on the browser. So it looks something like this. Let's see what happened, because it does not reflect anything because we have not imported the CSS file. So let's go ahead and include that. We say output.css, and if we go now, we see it's here, right? So we have our text here. Let's go ahead and grab an image. So I'll go to Unsplash, and here we go and take free image, maybe a logo type image, maybe this one. We copy the image address and go ahead and paste it here. If we go to the browser now, it looks something like this, and here we have our text, so it is quite big. So what will we do now? We basically now have to give size to our image so that it becomes small. So we can do that very easily in Tailwind by just saying class, and then we say how much will be the height. So I will say height of the image maybe 14. So you see this is the 14, and width also maybe 15. I want to have it 14, uh, equal height and width. Save it. Let's see the reference. So this is our image. All right. Now I would like to add some styling to this part so that it becomes more visible. So here on this parent, what we will do, we will not on the image, but on this parent, which is the topmost parent, we'll apply some classes. So first I would like to have padding all around 5, and then I will have max width and that too small, and then I will say to have horizontal alignment, so MX auto. Let's see how it looks. No difference because we have this is rendered one below another, so let's change that. So here I can say first let's change the background, so BG white. You can choose any other thing, and now if I go, I can see things here, BG white, and this is the padding added. Looks fine. Now let's add some rounding corners here so we know how to do that. So just go ahead and search for round, or if you are not aware of that, just search for radius because that is property border radius. So click on this and then you see you get a lot of options: rounded, rounded medium, and large, and full round is like this. So it's up to us what we can do. There are more options. If you just start typing, you will get them. So you just say rounded and then you see different other options. So I can say, let's say 2XL. Let's see how it looks. Refresh. You see it looks like this. If it is too much, you can reduce that. Maybe I will just say XL. Refresh it, and this is how the XL looks. This is good enough for me. And now, if you hover, you can also see how much is that. Now, what I would like to do is also add a shadow part to it. So type shadow, and we see we have the different varieties of shadow. So let's take this, and then now we want to also say apply flex. Why? Because we would like to have this child and this child on side by side. So I would say flex, and now I would like to also have the items at the center. So it's like justify content center. And finally, let's see how it looks now. We have something like this, and now these two flex items are close to each other. So let's have space between them or margin. So we could say here space of, let's say, 4, and we see how it looks. So this looks perfect. But what about this particular thing? And also I would like to have rounded corners for the image. So maybe let's try to do that. See if we can apply the round class here. Rounded small. Yes, so there it is slightly rounded. Or we take control space, medium. We see it is also rounded. Perfect. Now we need to style this text and this text. So that's very easy. We go to this element and say class, and we can just say we want to have the text size as large, and we want to have the font as bold, and of course the text is black, but you can also give any other color text, maybe we can just say blue 600. Let's see how it looks. So this looks like this Tailwind CSS. We need to also fix this, so let's go ahead and do that. So we'll say class, and here we can say text slate. We would like to give a little bit of gray shade, and text maybe base. So let's go ahead and see. So it looks nice now. So maybe this is too much bold. What we could do is we could change this very easily. No worries about that. So font semi bold. So this looks nice. So this way we can create different components that we want. So this is the power of the capability that we were talking about, utility first CSS framework, which means without writing a single line of code, we have achieved something like this. So we can create many such components using only provided CSS classes. So this was it for this video. Thank you.